What happens in meditation?
Yes, sir.
That is the question. Two things happen. One is change, another is growth. You change something in your system. In your system, something gets changed. Your personality gets changed. Your body gets changed. Your mind gets changed. Your lifestyle gets changed. Many things automatically change as you do meditation. And change is called as progress. What is the definition of progress? Nothing but change. What is change? Change is a different perspective. See, on any given issue, you can hold any number of perspectives. When you change one perspective, you see something else there in the same situation. So, through the change that you obtain in meditation, you obtain a different perspective about life, about your people, about your circumstances. And that is progress. Without meditation, you are stuck up in the limited groups of perceptions. But you go from one group to another group of perception. That is called a change. Change happens when you do meditation. A lot of change happens. And the second thing is called a growth. If you are at ABC level, you go to ABCD level. If you are 1, 2, 3 level, you go to 1, 2, 3, 4 level. That is called a growth. You have grown a little because of the change to the better. Every change is for the better. Change means betterment. And that change is obtained through meditation. It's like, when you put a seed in the water, the seed changes to a sprout. Just by the touch of water, moisture to the seed, the seed breaks up. You see a lot of changes in the seed. The seed becomes a sprout. So that is called a growth of the seed to the sprout. There is a growth. Otherwise the seed remains the seed without any change, without any growth. So my dear friends, these are the two keywords, benefits of meditation: change and growth. From XY, you go to Z. From X1 level, you go to X2 level. From Y1 level, you go to Y3 levels. There are any number of levels. You jump into higher levels. That's what you call a quantum change. You jump. So when you have change, you have growth. When you have growth, you are satisfied. When there is no growth, you are not satisfied. But when there is growth, you are satisfied. You are contented. Oh, I have grown. Parents, when they see their children, they say, oh, you are growing. Nowadays you are walking. Nowadays you are talking. Nowadays you are doing some work. You are doing your own work. You are studying well. They see the growth in the boy, in the girl, the parents, the teachers. They are very happy. The boy also says, nowadays I am learning a lot. I am learning to talk. I am learning to go to the football field, play football. Some change is there in me. So, my dear friends, as young children, you automatically change and grow. But as adults, you need to motivate yourself. Do something for yourself, to change yourself and to help yourself grow. And that is what meditation does. When you do meditation, when you close your eyes and sit silently with your breath, then change happens in the body, in the system, in your whole personality. From ABC, you go to A1, B1, C1. And you perceive growth in yourself. Any type of change is welcome for any type of growth for a soul. Every type of change is welcome for every type of growth for a soul. Soul is multidimensional.
Well, happy evening and happy morning, friends and masters. Welcome, a very warm welcome to each one of you in this 40-day journey, presence journey, right? So, friends, throughout this 40-day journey, we will explore the power of presence and the art of being completely here and now, right? And it's not about just doing more, but about being more aware, calm, and connected. So, we will cultivate this presence through meditation, which invariably will bring lot of awareness and reflection, and we will awaken to our truest, most joyful selves, right? And wonderful video from our inspiration, Brahmashri Pitamaha Patriji, spoke about change, growth, and perspective, perception, yes, which we will understand. It's all about that, which you will understand very deeply in this 40-day journey. And for those of you who have joined us for the first time, my name is Jay Shri, and I'll be your host for today. And I'd like to introduce Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation and then our dearest mentor, Chandra sir. So first, let me introduce the foundation, just a short introduction about the foundation. So Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation is dedicated to building spiritual governance, organizational growth, and holistic well-being through the power of breath-mindfulness meditation and scientific meditation wisdom. And this is inspired by the teachings of Brahmashri Patriji, founder of Pyramid Spiritual Societies Movement, PSSM, and the foundation was established as a non-profit entity by corporate leaders Dr. Chandra Pulamrasetti, Mrs. Lawrence Gohad Jolie, and Mrs. Vani Chandrasekhar, and is a core part of PSSM. And it is greatly mentored by Padma Shri D.R. Karthikeyan sir, Dr. S.V. Balasubramaniam sir, and Padma Shri Dr. R.V. Ramani sir, and Dr. Newton Kondavetti sir. And it's run very passionately by a team of global volunteers who are primarily corporate professionals. So, and with thousands of meditation sessions conducted globally, the foundation has empowered hundreds of thousands of individuals, from corporate executives and professionals, government officers to graduating students, since its inception in 2020. And they have various projects through its Project Excellence and Project Meditation initiatives. Buddha CEO organizes global and regional meditation leader conferences to create awareness and aid policymakers to rapidly adopt meditation in organizations and societies. And the Buddha CEO public mobile app and the Be Supermind corporate mobile app, this two apps greatly further amplifies this mission, offering structured multi-day programs with ease and regularity. Additionally, the foundation publishes insightful meditation literature and conducts flagship program like the 40-day corporate program, 21-day youth program, regional language programs, and intensive advanced meditation retreats, both online, in person, and residential. Right? So that was a short introduction of the foundation, and just a brief introduction about me. My experience, my meditational experience, I would say that it's always, many, like many of my fellow participants, who are who are in this path, it is all about life before meditation and after meditation. And initially it was all about, like how Gautama Buddha, he said, I don't know what I benefited, but I know what I lost. The anger, your inner enemies, basically, the fear, anger, uh, jealousy, pride, ego, you know. And it's not like 100%, but of course, to a greater extent, and it is all in progress. That's how we evolve. And through foundation, uh, it was a big breakthrough for me, though I was before introducing to Chandra sir, to Buddha Siya Foundation, I was into this journey, but his session, the quantum creation session, was a big breakthrough in this journey for me because of the scientific wisdom, the what he brings here. It's all about, we operate at that analytical level too much, right? Even I was the same. So when this scientific proof was given to me, I started deeply connected in this path, and I started trusting this path more than anything. And then it became very intense, my practice. And yeah, and the journey is on now. I'm a volunteer at the foundation, and I'm deeply grateful, and to Chandra sir, Vani ma'am, and all the members, volunteers, everyone, and each and all the participants who come to our programs too. So heartfelt gratitude to everyone. And now I would like to introduce our dear mentor, Dr. Chandra Pulamarisetti. Sir is the Chief Meditation Mentor and the founder of the Buddha CEO Quantum Foundation. He is a senior PSSM master and founding trustee of Pyramid Valley International Meditation Center, Bengaluru. Dr. Chandra is a successful entrepreneur, former vice president at IBM Corporation, transformational meditation coach, and board member and advisor of a few non-profit organizations. So, associated with Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, founder of PSSM, since 1999, he was inspired and deeply transformed by the teachings of this grand meditation master and continues to volunteer for many projects of PSSM. Sir studied several masters from East and West, including Dr. Joe Dispenza, Swami Rama, Neil Donald Walsh, Seth, and many more. Sir has been practicing meditation for over 24 years now, teaches regularly to organizational leaders and professionals, and conducts multi-day advanced meditation retreats. He travels extensively year-round for meditation propagation, along with Master Vani Chandrasekhar. And Sir attributes is greater well being, growth, and purposeful living, including the acquisition of a software company and the work of Buddha CEO, to the powerful techniques based on meditation and manifestation science. Dr. Chandra shares the dream of Brahmashri Pitama Patriji for a spiritual world being established in the shortest possible time, where everyone transforms into a meditation leader and contributes to this cause significantly. So, with heartfelt welcome and gratitude, I welcome Dr. Chandra sir. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Jayashri madam, an amazing master that you are. Happy evening, dear friends and masters. Great afternoon, wonderful morning for those of you in the east, in the west. It's always a pleasure to be having this opportunity to connect and interact with many around the world and several Buddha CEOs, several pyramid masters during a 40-day program like this. People learn from people. We receive energy from each other. Energy is non-local, non-linear. So it doesn't matter where we are located around the world, but we do receive energy. And a program like this, a meditation program like this, which is all about raising a vibration, is absolutely helping each other soak into those good energies. We are energy beings. According to quantum physics, we are 99.99% emptiness and energy, and matter very, 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 very tiny and little. Meditation helps us to explore the field of energy. Energy is this quantum field of energy, the infinite realm. And so meditation helps us to explore that infinite potential field. But of course, before that, meditation helps us to completely recondition this body and mind, to reprogram the mind and then rejuvenate the body. I'm ever grateful to Brahmashri Patriji, the grand meditation master, from whom I've learned everything that I will share in these 40 days as my own practical experience, personal experience. That many of the Buddha CEOs and then many of the guest leaders and masters who come here in this program during the next 40 days, that they will share. A lot is attributed to Brahmashri Patriji, founder of Pyramid Spiritual Societies movement. I had the greatest fortune to walk with him. 99 met him, but since 2002, very closely I've associated with him in learning various aspects of meditation, the science of meditation, science of spirituality. He said right in the beginning, enlightenment is to recognize that there is infinity to learn, that we know so little. We can never be an expert in that definition. There's nothing called expert. Expert means obsolete. But there's always constant learning. In the first interaction in 99 I had with him, in a just one interaction of few seconds, he challenged me saying that I do not know anything about life. He just used the words anything about life. You don't know anything about life. I was 30 that time, was working in the United States, graduated from in BITS Pilani, Premier Institute of India, from computer science. I thought I did many things. 8 years left of corporate life. To hear a comment that I don't know anything, I was not ready to accept. Not ready. I thought I knew a lot, accomplished a lot. But then later, with that statement, and he being a Zen master who did not want to waste his time and anyone's time, always a straight shooter. And then when he challenged me, he said, I spent a few months trying to figure this out, understand what that is. I was not very serious in the beginning although I was determined that I must learn this. And so finally, when I plunged into it in the year 2002, after 3 years, nearly after meeting him, into exploring it in great detail, I was reading several books that are recommended. I was practicing meditation every day, an hour to 2 hours. And of course, constantly listening to many experiences of people. Because there is the formula that Patrizi always said, if you want to develop your practice, then you meditate, but you also learn, and learn through reading and through others' experiences. So I was doing all of them seriously. And then in 2 months of this practice, sincere practice, I recognized I've changed quite a bit as a person. My personality shifted. Is the voice all right, guys? Volume of my voice?
Yes, sir. It's fine. Would request the participants to check at their end.
So my personality shifted. People who were not necessarily cooperating with me suddenly started appearing to be cooperating very well. I used to take a lot of stress, 16 hours of IT work every day. I was in a startup by then. Was quite heavy, stressful, became non-stressful. Stress seems to have disappeared. I was looking forward to going back to work every day. Not that I was avoiding work, but it was heavy. It was a burdensome before. But then after about 2 months of regular meditation practice, here we get to practice for 6 weeks, 40 days, which is like a great amount of time to make meditation a habit, to see a lot of transformation in each of us. And so I changed, and then the stress was gone. I was enjoying the work. People are cooperating with me. A relationship greatly improved. Clients are responding better. My health, most of all, there seemed to be a lot of energy. Morning 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock you start, and then 11, 12, 1 you go, and then still you are very, very active and energetic. I'm sure many Buddha Sevas here who are attending this program again and again and again can vouch for it, that our energy increases significantly, health improves greatly. So 2 months of practice, then I started understanding there is a way to think better, there is a way to speak better, there is a way to have different intentions, a greater understanding of life. For example, Don McGuire Ruiz wrote a small book called The Four Agreements. One of the agreements says that do not take anything personally. And this is one of the recommended books by Patrici. As I would recommend always, everyone's book that is in line with spiritual science. So do not take anything personally. The normal understanding, we know that do not take anything personally may be right. We always need to look into the essence of any situation, any dialogue, and not really the words by itself. In an event and an experience, when there is a rejection, typically we say it's a personal rejection. It's some we just judge and as if it's a problem with us. But this statement simply says do not take anything personally, if it's applied, can literally eliminate more than 50% of suffering that we create for ourselves. That statement was not really looked into, but when it came into meditation, when you build awareness, that statement starts making sense because you know whether awareness, you look into the depth of it in any given situation. When somebody says something, a spouse says something, colleague says something, you're not holding on to the words instead looking into the deeper meaning of it. And then you're applying to the current situation, not to yourself. And so, dear friends, meditation helped me to increase my understanding, looking at a different perspective of life. And so this 40-day program is about sharing all that extended, enhanced perspective. Knowledge is precursor to experience. And it's knowledge that liberates. Jnanan muktihi. And so then Patriji, in the entire training with him, has been to practice meditation in parallel, learning learning through others, through reading books, and then contemplating and understanding it over and over again and again and again. For he knew that it is that knowledge that shifts. Old age is there to the extent that you think about old age. If you think that you're becoming older and older and older, your body also responds appropriately. Otherwise, how is it possible that there are some people at 100 years of age are able to go great? And then why some are at 50 are saying that I'm old and then body is not responding, not cooperating? It's a difference. We increase the perspective, and this is comes with the right understanding. Gautam Buddha has in his eightfold path, the first one is right views, the right understanding. When the understanding is right, then our intentions are right, and intentions are right when we understand our intentions always are coming into reality through a thought and feeling. Then meditation is helping us to extend our increase our understanding, is helping us to have right intentions, helping us to train our mind to have our attention on the right things, and so then we bring about the right things into life, called manifestation. That's what happened to me. I was beautifully sailing through life. I was also able to get a great opportunity to work at Pyramid Valley International in establishing this meditation center at Bangalore, helping the PSS movement projects, but primarily helping myself in the process. And that center now, with a group of us coming together, working closely under the guidance of Patriji, today serves 300,000 people annually, and then more than 4 million were able to be there to learn meditation. Gives great joy and satisfaction without even knowing. Without even knowing, I was there because meditation automatically transforms us and wants us to be sharing whatever that we know. So, dear friends, so I took to this meditation seriously in the year 2002, and then as I went along, healed my chronic backache, healed certain ENT condition which would prevent me from easily flying, taking in airplanes, and healed that condition. My career was growing. My company got acquired by IBM Corporation subsequently, greatly attributing a lot of the success to meditation and manifestation techniques that I've learned during the course of the practice. And then eventually, having that super clarity about that I want to spend rest of the time in, or at least for the moment, spending time in sharing this beautiful knowledge, wealth of knowledge, that how meditation literally empowers an individual to realize their infinite potential. When I came across quantum physics, epigenetics, and some of these sciences, the scientific research and evidence that is there right now, in the year 2013-14 onwards, it became so clear to me that this is so scientific that it can easily be understood by many, many leadership around the world. And leaders understand and transform, adopt a meditation, and then when they experience personally the benefits, then naturally that will go to everyone. That's the dream of Patriji and how Buddhist Quantum Foundation originated in the year 2020. That this meditation knowledge, a scientific meditation knowledge, be given to all professionals in leadership in any field, walks of life. It could be education, it could be health, could be governments, politics, it could be anywhere, it could be corporates. And so we've been joyfully sharing this knowledge while we practice, a group of corporate folks here. We hope that we connect with you in this program, explaining scientific benefits in layer after layer after layer in the next 6 weeks. Alongside, we practice meditation every day. Half the time is dedicated for meditation practice and half the time for knowledge and wisdom and sharing. First 2-3 days, the sessions may go here, there in terms of the timing division. as we have much to introduce the technique and then some introductions and all of it. But otherwise, we give intense amount of importance to meditation practice every session. Our mind, conscious mind, subconscious mind, two aspects of it, called neocortex, the brain that is there, the big part of the brain is called neocortex, called conscious mind. A tiny part of the brain in the midbrain, it's called is the limbic brain, is called subconscious mind. The conscious mind is responsible for conscious creation, learning, reasoning, visualization, a lot of that analysis, conscious creation, conscious mind is full of negative thought, full of worrisome thought, anxious thought. 12,000 to 50,000 thought a day for an average person. And 80 to 90%, 80 to 85% are negative. We learn along the way, and then first thing I learned in this practice is that our thoughts and our feelings create our outer experiences. I was not ready to accept it, but subsequently, after much study and then practical experimentation by myself, and then with several meditation practices, I come to the clear conclusion that our thoughts and feelings create outer reality. I will understand that very scientifically during this program. But for a moment, if we take that, and if 85% of a thought are negative and worrisome, then that is exactly what we create in our daily life. More and more worrisome and negative situations, things that are happening to us, things that are failing, health deteriorating, relationships going, a lot of suffering due to lack of emotional control. Many things keep showing up depending on how we think and feel about ourselves. And it is by default, it is natural that we always talk about, feel about, think about things that are happening to us. And so we become and experience more of that. Whereas meditation is helping us to drop that unwanted thought, that negative thought naturally. And so it moves the conscious mind towards very constructive thinking and activity and creation as it drops all the negative thought, unwanted thought, worrisome thought. The second part of the brain, the small part of the brain is called limbic brain, is also called subconscious mind. Psychologists call it subconscious mind. It is the home for all the programs. It's like the firmware, the operating system of our computer. When it boots up, it just behaves the same way. It has certain programs in a fixed way it operates. And so they're called limitations. The subconscious mind has full of limitations, full of beliefs. Believe there are limitations, believe there are expansive statements. The limitations, which is where most of the minds have, are limitations, judgments, your opinions, your expectations, your affirmations, they're all are limitations. He is that way. I am this way. My situation is this. I don't have the skill. They cannot do it ever. She is always late. Everything that we make a statement is generically, a generalizedly. They are all limitations because if your thoughts create reality, what we say is what we create and attract. And so when we operate through these limitations, it's called personality of individual, which is which is essentially how we think and feel about our life every day, our situations around us every day, our workplace, is exactly what we attract. If I feel I don't have great skill, great experience, great education because I come from a very remote, not at all recognized university or whatever, then by default, the limitation is telling me that I'm not capable, I won't be able to I won't be given admissions or job opportunities in a premium positions by default. If there are more talented people in my group, by default, we think and then we conclude to ourselves that, oh, they're all far superior, far ahead than me. I don't think I'm eligible for the promotion. I don't think even if I wish to, I can get it. This is how we think and this is how we hold back. They're called limitations. They're called the personality self, which is based on the past, which is based on the environmental conditioning. Meditation helps us to look into what the limitations are and then helps us to reprogram one by one. Before we know it, when we practice this for a few months, before we know, become a completely new personality. Because the research is that 90% of our daily life is operated through this limited mind, the subconscious mind. For example, our behavior is exactly same every time we walk into their office. For the next few minutes, exactly same, taking the coffee mug, going there, and then meeting with a set of group of friends, not knowing, and then repeating and talking about the same thing over and over. We don't even realize half an hour, 45 minutes is gone, and we don't even remember what we spoke because it's all the same thing. The subconscious programs must be changed for us to have an unlimited life. So this is the second aspect of meditation, is helping us to reprogram the subconscious programs called limitations, called limiting beliefs. The third thing that many are not aware, even if aware, do not believe in, is the concept of some intelligence. There is a higher intelligence or the intuitive mind, we call it the intuitive self that we have, that can be developed through meditation. Which means that you will have an inner knowing. Normally, we make a decision through a lot of data and analysis, but we do know many times leaders are taking decisions through their gut feeling, through the intuitive calls they make. And meditation helps us to develop that intuitive self, develop that direct knowing. It's also called connecting to that intelligence with us. The quantum field of energy is also in spiritual parlance is called the one mind or the whole mind. We understand there is something that called the one mind that exists, a mind of everything, or the existence, and so we connect with it and we draw help from it. Meditation helps us to connect with that intuitive self, which is infinitely more knowledgeable, infinitely more loving, infinitely more creative than the tiny limited material self. Because in quantum physics, we understand that thing that exists out there is 100% all that is, and then the matter is tiny 0.0000001%, which is this entire body, which is all that we know as an analysis. So, dear friends, meditation fundamentally is helping us to become from a tiny somebody to everybody. Meditation is helping us to become transform from a very, very, very limited self with limited views to an expansive, unlimited views about the whole existence, and so then the opportunity to experience life differently. And what is this meditation? And this process is so scientific that it is not a woo system, not a belief system. You name it, from every university around the world, especially the top universities, are doing a powerful meditative research. At the same time, are also running courses around it, are adopting meditation. As a difference, your attempt to bring about scientific understanding of this, and then let's go into the meditation practice. And what's meditation? Is resting the mind. Meditation is to rest the mind, is to empty the mind of thought. It is a process to train the mind. It's called Raja Yoga. It's not Hatha Yoga, the body yoga. It's not at all that. Postures, asanas, they're called. It's not that. It's not pranayama. It's not breath control, breath regulation, to have certain healing or energies. But instead, it is about resting the mind, emptying the mind. It has nothing to do with asanas and pranayama. Instead, it is everything to do with mind development by simply resting the mind. And then when we rest the mind, that means we empty the mind. When we say rest the mind, we want to empty the mind of thought. Mind is equal to thought. And so the thoughts have to be slowly minimized to removed and eliminated. And then when mind becomes empty, then a lot of magic happens. And that's the time when we connect with everything out there that exists. At the time, that is the time our body greatly heals itself. And then our mind's neural connections rewire significantly with a lot of glue generated. So many things happen. Our emotional centers, the unwanted things shrink in the brain. And so then the higher vibration grows and unwanted things like fears shrink. Many things happen physiologically when we empty the mind of thought. And then many things happen beyond ordinary mind by connecting to this field of energy, to this quantum field. And so, what is the way to do this emptying the mind? It's simply by observing our natural breath with our eyes closed. Observing our natural breath with our eyes closed. This technique comes from Gautama Buddha, called it Anapanasati in Pali language, to be with your in-breath and out-breath. And we call this Breath-Mindfulness Meditation. So the goal is to rest the mind, empty the mind. And then we do that by simply closing our eyes and then witnessing the breath that we have, natural breath, by putting our attention at the beginning of the nose, at the root of the nose, middle of the eyebrows, resting our attention there. If it's difficult for you, rest your attention anywhere on the nose, and then observe your natural breath at that point, the breath that is going in and coming out. When you observe the breath, your natural breath, the way it is, without manipulating the breath, no pranayama, no special pranayama to control the breath. Instead, we simply observe the natural breath. And observe the breath, dear friends, in an effortless fashion, just by sitting in the most comfortable posture. And observe the breath. Slowly, thoughts coming down, and then slowly, mind goes into emptier states and emptier states. Automatically, when you observe the breath, mind starts becoming less and less of thought into empty states. Eventually, it goes into empty states. And then as it's becoming less and less of thought, much benefit of meditation starts accumulating, beginning to happen. We move into relaxation, we move into speed learning, we move into innovation, we move into discovery phases, we move into healing, peak performance. Many things automatically happen. The process, dear friends, then is to close your eyes and observe the breath and slowly allowing ourselves to become empty and then be in the states of emptiness. They call meditative states. Let me put up a chart to show the posture of this meditation so that we can practice this. As you see in this picture, we sit down comfortably on the sofa, on a chair, or on the floor, your fingers into fingers, hands in your lap, rested comfortably. If you are wearing spectacles, remove the spectacles. We close our eyes, number 2. And we cross our feet at ankle if you're sitting in a sofa. If you're sitting on the floor, just cross-legged. No special asanas are required, or postures are required. It's simply be in a comfortable posture. Sit down, as you see in the picture, and then be very comfortable in your body posture. That means your spine need not be erect if you can't. And it's okay if it is bent a little bit, and it's okay if you take back support. Absolutely fine. And so be in that comfortable posture, dear friends. And then we observe natural breath with our eyes closed by resting our attention on the nose. And observe the breath, as I explained, mind slowly becomes empty. And you are in this empty state called energy. And so you may experience many things out there. Be a witness to whatever you experience in that state. Something happens to you involuntarily. If it happens, observe it. If nothing happens, just be like that. An empty state of mind, a calm state of mind. Be there for as long as you can, and then until the time that I say that until the time I say open your eyes, you continue to be there, observe the breath, and then as you observe, then you would have gone to empty states where there's no breath, and be in that empty state. At any given time you get thought, and you know you have thought, then go back to the breath. And again start the process all over. So this is called breath meditation, breath mindfulness meditation, where you start with the breath slowly. In no time, you will let go of the breath. Instead, you are going to an empty state of the mind. and you hover there, you spend time there, and then many things may happen. You have witnessed all of it while you are there. But in case you notice thought and thoughts come, you go back to the breath again. All right, friends. So it's not about controlling the thought. It is about observing the breath and then allowing us to go into emptier states. And if thoughts come, going back to the breath again, latching onto it, and again slowly, slowly going to the empty states. All right, friends. So we'll practice some time. Relax yourself. Sit comfortably. Relax your body. With your eyes closed, glasses removed, dear friends. Fingers into fingers, hands comfortably rested in your lap. Crossing your feet at ankle. Observe your normal, natural in breath and the out breath. No forceful inhalation, no forceful exhalation. Be with your breath. I will play light music. Music helps to go into the deeper states of meditation. But your job is to be with the breath and slowly allow yourself to go into the empty states. Calmness. We are going into powerful group meditation, dear friends. Observe your normal, natural in-breath and the out-breath. When you observe your breath, your mind becomes empty. Allow yourself to merge into your breath and allow yourself to experience that calmness, emptiness. It is natural to have thought. When you recognize you are in thought, go back to observing your breath and allow yourself to slowly go into that calmness, emptiness. Stay aware of that emptiness, that blackness. This is the field of all connection. The field of energy, the field of higher intelligence. The longer you experience this field of emptiness where there's no body, where there's no thing, everything that you ever experienced or will experience is here in this field of limitless possibilities. The longer you stay connected to this field of unfamiliar, the more familiar you become. The longer you stay aware of this emptiness, this field of energy, the more insightful you become, the more purposeful you become. Friends, at this time, I would like you to express gratitude. Gratitude to all things and everyone for helping you experience this life. Express gratitude to your parents, to your teachers and mentors, to your family, friends, colleagues, relatives, everyone in your life. Be grateful for this grand nature, the bird, the fish, and the animals. Your gratitude to all the technology, the government, the systems, and all the things you use. Gratitude to yourself and to this intelligent universe. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership.
I am so blessed.
Relax your body.
I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful for all that I have. I am so blessed. I am so blessed. I am so grateful. I am so blessed.
Recollect your experiences from the session. How did you feel? What have you experienced? And whenever you're ready, you can keep your hands on your eyes for 5 seconds and then may open your eyes. Okay, friends. Hope you enjoyed the session. Congratulations, we meditated for about 35 minutes. I'm sure many would have felt that the 35 minutes was very, very quick. How many people felt that? Can you open the chat, please? How many people felt that? Just write in the chat. It was very, very quick. There are many experiences of meditation, dear friends. This simple meditation that we practice today is it. This is the most profound, most powerful meditation that is there out there. Gautama Buddha, synonymous to meditation, propagated this. 1 in 2 in the world who practice meditation use this meditation. So you have the right practice. There can't be anything more simpler than this, which is simply closing your eyes and observing the breath. We're already initiated into it. There is no other extra process. There's no other person required sitting next to you in person to give any transmission. This is knowledge that is transferred today through this Zoom session, so we all know exactly what meditation is. This simple practice, seemingly so simple, if it can be regularly practiced for a few weeks, and in our self-assessment studies, and then which we will do here also again, in under 3 weeks, many people have mentioned the healing, they regulate their emotions, their thought power increase, they're more calmer, their fears have reduced, their trust in the process of life increased, their hope of life is dramatically increased, many things, mental strength increased, so many things, all under 3 weeks. How much ever good or not good that you felt today, and however tough you might have felt because thoughts are coming for some, recognize that every meditation is good meditation because the thoughts may be there. It is nearly not possible for us to know that we have actually gone into an empty state of mind even for pockets of small amounts of time. We would have gone, but we cannot recognize it. So we can only conclude and say, okay, I had too many thoughts. But most of the time, we would have gone into empty states in for pockets of time, and that is good enough. We don't measure we don't measure the how good a meditation is by the emptiness of the mind, not at all. How many less thoughts you had is not necessarily mean that you had a great meditation or the vice versa. It's simply about your sincerity to sit down, close your eyes, observe the breath. If thoughts come back to the breath again. If you can do this and if you can hold on to this simple understanding, then we stop fighting with the thought. Instead, we simply go and then latch onto the breath. Let the magic begin. Let things happen. If thoughts are there, come back to the breath. This is the difference. And so those of you who practice that today has definitely had a great meditation. And normally in 5, 6, 7 days, sometimes 3 days, we get a handle around this process. Our brain learns so fast that when you do it a few times and it learns, it forms a circuit. So your effort diminishes, active effort, conscious effort. Instead, the autopilot mechanism, the brain kicks in, and so it automatically takes care of bringing your mind attention to the breath. And so things become effortless, become easier. In a few days, you will notice the same process that is appear a little difficult for anyone. If it is so, it'll be very easy in a few days, just a few days. So we encourage you to just stay on, even if you felt a lot of thought. And those of you who had some experience the other, ask a few questions, just quickly see if you can write in the chat, and we'll go into the detail of it tomorrow. But nevertheless, it's good to know how you felt on this day one. How many of you experienced some kind of lightness in your body? Please write in the chat. How many experience heaviness? Heaviness in the head, shoulders, neck, anywhere, or the whole body?